Yo, look at that fucking loser.
I don't know, man. He doesn't look too happy.
Yo, fuck's sake! Is that your sister's shirt or
Dude.
what?
You're such a dick.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna go talk to him. Hey, man. Don't look so excited. I'm sorry my friend's a dick. But we're having some people over tonight. How would you feel about coming over?
So what did that weird guy say?
I don't want to talk about it.
Fucking assholes, man.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of the Johnny Salami podcast. I'm out here with my boy J-Dog,
What's up?
a.k.a. James Dorsey.
Yep.
Fucking
Dorsey.
Worcester's finest, cat.
No,
No, thanks for coming, dude. I appreciate it.
my
I honestly thought you weren't going to show up. I was, mentally prepared for
Really?
it. Yeah,
Like,
dude.
what do you think? I was just gonna bail out on you?
Just, not show up and then just, not
that's-
say anything.
That's so disrespectful, man. I would never do that to anybody. I would just be flat out, be like, no, man, I'm not coming
Really?
ever. I would just be like, no.
You ever get messages and you just, you're straight up, fuck off? You ever do that? Or usually,
like
pretty...
I'm telling people to fuck off, or people are telling
Just
me to fuck
younger
off?
comics like myself. Are they like, yo, James, fucking good set tonight? And you're like, lick my balls, dude.
Oh no, man,
Really?
no.
Yeah.
I think that. I mean, I appreciate it. I think any comic, even if they do say fuck off, you have to be kind of a narcissist to kind of not be
Yeah.
like, oh man, that's cool. I mean, I've had people write me long messages like, hey man, I saw your set tonight, man. It just inspired me to work harder and be better. And I got home and I told my girlfriend about how funny you were. And I'm like, well, I hope you get laid, bro. You know.
Yeah, dude, that's sick, man.
But anyway, to answer your question, I think that's a total dickhead move to not be
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck
Well, dude,
off,
honestly, I'm being honest.
Okay.
If somebody ignores you, dude, that'll break me apart, man.
Really?
Like,
Don't.
if-
Well, you get, dude. You got to get used to that shit
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
business, man. Like you
Yeah.
can't. You
It
can't.
makes sense now, but
Yeah, dude, you can't. Because a lot of times I think that it, not even so much comedy, but just people in general. Like if they're ignoring you, they're somehow threatened by you.
really,
That's how I feel. Because why would you? Why
shit.
would you not respond to someone unless that person's like, oh, I
Yeah.
don't want to talk to that person, because that's how I feel. Like
Yeah.
unless. Even if it's a quick, hey, thanks, bro. Don't be a dick. Don't be a
Yeah.
dick. If someone took the time and the nerve to reach out to you, you know, I mean, it takes a lot of balls. You know, it takes a lot of balls in
it
anything.
takes a lot of balls just to send a Facebook message, dude. Some people are really good at it, man. I might as well just write shit in fucking Latin, dude.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm
it's- I think-
yo, what's up, hot tits?
Right.
You want to roll through the pod? People are this is to
Yeah.
older comics
Be
too.
like, I don't speak 20s. I don't
yeah,
know.
They're fuck this kid, dude. You know?
No, because when I get your first message, I was laughing, dude, and I totally. But it's. I think there's a lot lost in the text world.
Yeah.
I actually was in a situation where a good buddy of mine, we've been doing comedy together for freaking 20 years, and something got lost in the translation. He was like, you know what, bro? And I'm like, hey man, that's not what I was saying. He's like, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
It was all cool after that, but it's just no one picks up the phone, man, anymore. Nobody.
Yeah.
And it's almost like when you see your phone ring and you're like, oh god. Oh, something must be wrong. Someone's calling me. It must be bad, you know?
Yeah. Well, I remember the first time we met, dude. We had a pretty solid conversation. I was like, this guy's pretty chill, man. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
I felt
I
like we
try
had
to
we had
be.
a heart to heart, dude. And I was
Yeah.
like,
I think I get too heart to heart, you know, maybe.
yeah,
'cause-
dude. I was like, he probably does that with everyone, but dude, that made my night, man. I went home, dude. I told my mom about it and shit. Dude,
you
it really,
did not.
swear to God, man.
I'm like, watch out for him.
Yeah, she was like, you make any new friends? I was like, I think so.
No,
No,
I mean,
dude.
to your point, if anyone, if you ask me a question, of course I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'll talk to anyone if they want to talk to me. I think I just love talking to anybody. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when we hung out, and sometimes I get a little deep because I've been drinking, of course. And but if you have any question you want to ask, or if you want to ask my opinion, I'll give it to you. But it's gonna be the truth.
Yeah.
I've had comics come up to me like, hey man, I have this joke, what do you think about it? And they tell me the joke, and I'm like, oh man, I don't even know if that's kind of a joke. You have two issues that are super sensitive right now, so I might want to kind of, put
Yeah.
those aside.
If I'm being honest, dude, I don't want to talk about comedy at all. I just want to talk about farts and stuff and that's the best, man. Just talking to someone about stuff that doesn't matter. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because
Yeah.
everyone's like, how are you? Can you book me on this? And you're like, dude, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Let's just,
Yeah. And I think a lot of times it's it's basically like marketing and advertisement purposes. Like,
Yeah, man. It's not like genuine. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which
I mean,
is-
I've been on podcasts where they've been like, "Oh, when's the last time you cried?" I'm like, "Oh shit." I'm like, "What's today?" You know?
Oh,
like
shit.
I cry all the fucking time.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Just sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Because I just feel like when you're on the road and you're driving as much as we do, like you have a lot of time to reflect. And like
Yeah.
on the way down, I usually like I'll pump the tunes because I'm fired up. And then like after on the way home, like if the show goes well, typically it does. Hopefully it does. And I'll just kind of like reflect, and I'm just like I feel I'm hyped, I'm excited, and like sometimes I think about a lot of stuff, and I'll just like start crying, and I'm like, but it's in like a good way. Like sometimes a song will come on, I'll be like, oh, this song reminds me of my
Like what?
mom. And,
Like what? Like Landslide or something like that?
What's that?
Like Landslide, something like that?
No, not at all.
No?
Not like that.
All right.
Like Just Breathe, Pearl Jam.
Oh wow.
Like it came.
That's a
on,
good
it
fucking
just-
song, dude. Like
Yeah,
I would cry to
but
that song.
Like if you really listen to that song, it just kind of like it reminds me of my mom. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and I just
You ever listen to Josh Groban?
Josh Groban.
That'll make me, dude. I'll bawl my eyes out if I listen to that.
Seriously. So
Have you ever you raised me up?
I was at my wife's her company's Christmas party, whatever, and I was
Yeah.
just being an asshole. And then we were making fun of Josh Groban, and my buddy's like, "Dude,
Yeah.
imitate Groban," and I was like, "Christ is the Lord, He is all man." And this woman came in, one of our work associates. She's like, "Oh my God, are you the entertainment for tonight?" And my wife's like, "No, he is not." He's just being a jackass. And she's like, "Well, he has a beautiful voice." And I was,
Is that like the Nickelback of your generation? Like,
Josh Groban?
yeah.
No, man. I think he's. Oh God, he was way after Nickelback. Are they around the same time? Like,
I don't know, man.
are
Honestly.
you a Nickelback fan? Like,
I'm a
honestly?
Josh Groban fan, dude.
Okay, like legit. Like, do you have his
Honestly,
shit?
dude,
Like,
I listen to-
Could you
I'll-
pull him up right now and be like, boom, Groban, like right there?
Dude, I could fucking throw hard-boiled eggs at the wall to "You Raise Me Up," bro. That song fucks. That's the only song I know by him.
I
But
just feel like I'm in church whenever he's on. Like even
Oh,
if,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's just like it's great, but I'm like, dude.
I'm just saying, like, that's a good song. Like, it's not something I would listen to at the gym.
No, it would
But like,
definitely no.
if I'm gonna shed a tear,
Yeah, well, exactly. I see your point.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's the get you in that, get you thinking.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
dude, what were you like when you were younger? Like, were you wearing like tight jeans, like driving a Camaro, like smoking Marlboro Reds, Cad?
Like, we talking like high school?
Yeah, like,
Like high school, dude, I was more like, oh man, I went to like, here's the deal. I went to public school, K through 8, and then I was packaged up and shipped off to private school for high school, and I was so bitter about it. I was so pissed.
like co-ed.
No. All
Just
boys,
dudes?
All boys, just dudes. But it wasn't like, we drove back and forth. It wasn't like, so in answer to your question, I think I was kind of, I don't know, man. I guess I would call myself a prep, but I really wasn't. Like I used to like wearing nice clothes and stuff, but at the same time, I'd like to throw a dip in and play darts, and you know what I mean. So I was kind of like that. I don't know, universal dude, if you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think I drove. I think in answer your question, you said Camaro. I drove my first car was a Buick Skylark, and it was tan, and it was such a shitbox. My grandfather bought it for us, and he just got totally ripped off. And then the B and the K fell off, so it was basically like a Uix Skylar. So I'm like, bro, do you see my Uix Skylar? I'm just killing it.
Dude, I could see you being like Magic Fingers, dude. You know what I'm saying?
What do
Like
you mean
that
by
kid.
that?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like finger blasting chicks all over
Yeah,
the
yeah.
place, or
Like in a Camaro though.
oh, in a Camaro.
Like to like the Rolling Stones or something.
The first time I drove a Camaro, my buddy, we were junior year, and I didn't even show up with the kid, and he was like, Darcy's like, you gotta get me out of here, and I'm like, all right, and I'm like, and this kid drove a Camaro, an IROC Z, and I was like, all right, I've never driven one of these things before, 6-speed, and I was just like, oh, and wasn't even trying to, and I was just like, it was in first, and I was trying to like, whoa, and all of a sudden. I was like, oh my God, this car, because they put that gigantic engine in it, and then it was so light, and my buddy Ted was in the back seat, and he just starts laughing. He's like, do it, Dorsey. I'm like, I'm not even trying to do it like this. And the kid, Craig's like passed out in the front seat, and I was just like, holy shit, this car's got so much balls. And we're literally like smoking. I'm like, we're going to get arrested. Like, and like we escaped from the party, and I'm like, we're going to get arrested. The IROC Z, baby.
Fuck yeah, dude. I remember the first time I drove my mom's Honda Accord, and I backed up into a tree, dude.
Nice. Good
Yeah.
work. Good work.
Yeah, and I just left. And
You just took off?
yeah.
Well, you didn't. I mean, it was a tree. So if it was someone else's property,
Yeah,
you
there
would've
was
screwed.
no reason for it. Like it wasn't
Like bad, like how
No,
fast
no,
were you
no,
going?
just like
Just
you
a
know.
little tap.
Yeah, dude, just like it didn't make any sense, you know?
How did it not make sense? You're like, I'm backing up. The tree was like, the fucking tree didn't make sense, man. It wasn't there when I backed up.
No, like there was no like hazardous, like nothing was a hazard. I just like backed into a tree.
Looks like you found it. You're like, it wasn't even in the way. You just kind of found it. You're just like, where is it? I'm like, there it is. All right, now I can get out of here.
Like if you were walking your dog and you saw it, dude. You would be like,
did he do that on purpose?
You'd be like, there's a disabled person driving that car right now.
Is there a tree magnet in that guy's bumper?
Like I literally was like, I was on like a so-called haunted road, and there was like, we just pulled into a driveway, and I backed out into the tree.
Because you were scared?
No, I just fucking first time driving. I was like, fucking.
I thought you were like, haunted house, I'm haunted street, I'm out of here, bro. I'm not getting fucking spooked.
Yeah.
Or maybe the tree was haunted, and that's why I just jumped out at you and just backed into it.
Yeah, for some reason, dude, I always found like driving through like houses and shit funny.
You've driven through houses as
No,
well?
just like the thought of it.
Oh,
like, have you ever thought about that?
Like Dukes of Hazzard, shit like that?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You probably weren't even born yet when that shit came out, but you just said to politely. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna have to Google that.
No, I've seen that, dude.
Oh, nice.
The one with Jessica Simpson.
Yeah, that was the remake 25 years later. But anyway, thanks for being polite. I appreciate it. She was so hot in that. Jessica Simpson, dude, she was so hot. And then like what? And then she put on like 50 pounds.
I think she was just like so famous, you know, like that happens to all of them.
No, but like that, I think, yeah, I understand your point, but I think that that happens to like celebrities who are super popular and then they fade away and then they get fat and then they're like, look, I got skinny again. So it's like it's almost like a thing for them. But I don't think that happened to Jessica Simpson. I mean, did she have like
what do you think happened?
Kids? I think she had a bunch of kids. I don't know. Like I really don't know. And then, I mean, I don't read those things, but like you go grocery shopping, you can't help it. Like when she's like those Star magazines and all that shit, and she's like everywhere, and it shows like the before and after. Like it's so rude. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what she's going through. But then again, they probably paid her $20,000 to talk to her, so she's like, "Sure, come on in."
Yeah, dude. I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened behind the scenes. But then again, dude, like the access that she has to like foods we've never even heard of, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
She's having like fucking foreign fish and shit.
Yeah. So then why should like you're saying that should contribute to her weight gain? Or I'm like, what are you talking about? Because usually those people have like chefs making them like the healthiest shit in the world.
Yeah.
Like Usher has like 6 chefs making him shit.
Yeah, but dude, if I was
like
famous,
Moon walks in and he grabs the chicken breast and he'll just eat it and be like, "Thanks, guys. I'm gonna go work out."
I feel like most of those plates are probably like a solid 2,000 calories, though. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. So
because like if I had a chef and he made me like a solid steak,
right,
with like
and
fucking
it's gorgeous with all the sauces and everything like that.
Yeah, like fucking.
I see your point now. So she was probably just like, "Yeah, make me shit that tastes good," and all of a sudden she's like, "Oh my god, I'm 250 pounds."
Someone probably paid her.
I'm not being booked for Dukes of
Maybe she
Hazzard
broke
2.
up with someone, dude.
Well, wasn't she with was she Nick Lachey? Was she married to that guy?
I don't even know who that is, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just dating myself. You remember the Beatles? No, I'm kidding. No, was it Nick Lachey? He was in a boy band. He was a boy band dude. I think she was married to that dude. And then I don't know. I think and then they had like a reality show, and then she kind of fell off the face of the earth, and everyone was making fun of her because she thought that chicken of the sea was actually chicken from the sea. You know, it's tuna fish, but she thought it was chicken. And they're like, I mean, that's an easy mistake. I mean,
you put a pound of mayonnaise in that, dude. It's over, bro.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's in there. You still can eat that shit.
Yeah, but honestly, dude, when I met you, I was like, you know, because like when I was in high school, dude, I had a truck with flames on it.
Oh, you were one
and
of those
I was
dudes.
just blasting AC/DC.
There you go.
You know, and I always thought one day like it'd pay off, and it just never paid off.
Well, yeah, no,
nobody really understood it.
That's subjective. I mean, you know,
Maybe they remember me, dude. Like you remember that fucking idiot,
dude with
John?
The flames on the truck.
Yeah, I mean, just revving my engine in front of like Honeydew Donuts, dude. Rock hard.
That was your spot. You don't like Dunkin's?
I go back and forth.
Yeah.
I think Honeydew is struggling right now because they'll just like they'll.
So you want to give them the business over Dunkin's?
Yeah, I want to support. You know, I want to support them.
Yeah.
Boost their stock a little bit.
Dunkin's is just, I don't know, man. I used to like fiend off those sandwiches, and now that like I got kids and shit, I'm like,
Yeah.
Like eggs that have been sitting in a drawer for like a week.
They're not even eggs, dude. They're really just like.
Are they even? Like I don't even know what they are. But they're...
Dude, honestly, answer this honestly. If you ordered from Dunkin' like a coffee and one of the dudes there pissed in it, you think you'd notice?
I'm hoping I would.
Really?
Unless he was like a gallon of water a day, dude, and he had like clear piss. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's it's like after a night of drinking when you wake up and your piss looks like Red Bull, then you'd be like, this is not good. No.
Yeah.
But it's like when you
go
there.
I don't think I would notice.
Well, here's the difference. Because I just drink my coffee black, dude, like with a
Oh,
little,
okay,
little bit of
alright.
sweetener.
Yeah.
Like I go in there and I'll be like, I'll see someone in front of me and they're like, let me get a large, French vanilla, half cream, 10 sugars. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, you don't like coffee. Like, you just don't like if you have to put that much shit in an already flavored coffee, like, guess what, bro? You don't like fucking coffee. Like, go drink a Red Bull or go have a fucking,
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. That is me, dude.
that's you. So you're fucking,
Yeah.
you're the guy.
Like, can I get fucking 32 Splendors, dog? You know what I'm saying? Dude, the boys are on here, dog. Dude, the boys down the block. Holy shit, bro! The guys that go there every day, they just meet up.
Same thing.
They're like, "Yo, Jessica, another day, another fucking donkeys."
Oh my god.
And she's like, she's about to kill herself, dude. They like count the Splendors she's put in.
Well, they just local dudes that live around here, or they just
Yeah, dude, right down. There's like donkeys. There's like
There's one
40
every-
donkeys in like a
dude,
100-yard radius.
There's
around
one
here.
every quarter mile, like
Yeah.
easily.
But dude, these dudes walk in, definitely like definitely iron workers, I would say.
Oh, so they're like construction.
They
dudes?
know
Yeah,
the
I mean,
whole
Jesus
staff.
Christ, I'd probably have to drink 40.
They're like,
coffees a
"Yo,
day.
Deborah, you know what it is?" And she's like, she just fucking wants to die.
She's so pissed that she does now. She's like, yes,
Yeah.
I do.
She's like, "You're always trying to fuck me." You know what I mean? Like that type of shit.
Yeah.
It's like in the movies.
Well,
you
those
know?
those Dunkin' Teas those are hot. Those are fucking hot when they get all
Yeah.
the powder stains and shit all over. And it's your own fingerprints, but it looks like some dude's fingerprints just trying to grab your tits from the back. But it's
But
not.
dude,
It's
I
just
feel
you
I feel
going
like that
this.
would be like one of those documentaries where like once you find out how it's made, you're like, "I'm good, man."
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think, I used to do it. I was an employee, man. When I was like 19 years old. I worked for a summer at Dunkin' Donuts.
Wow.
And this is when they actually, like, we used to actually crack the eggs, dude. Like, if someone ordered a sandwich, I would crack the egg
Oh, shit.
and throw it in the microwave. And I was like, and it would be like, I don't know, like 18 seconds, And I'm like, wow, this is like, and then I'm like, they don't make those eggs fresh anymore because it's just like anything. Like, they're like, oh, it's taking too much time. We're losing money.
Yeah.
And we don't care if people get sick
processing,
from it.
dude?
Yeah, exactly. It's way easier just to process it.
It's fucked up, man, but I just keep going back. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. I think it's just because I don't know if it's like a fad or people are like legit addicted to it. But like you go by every single Dunkin's and it's packed. And like
Yeah.
we said, they're like every quarter of a mile and they're all packed. They're all packed.
Yeah.
Like, and I figure I'm saving time because I'm not a drive-through guy, man. I just want to go in there
Oh, really?
and order my food. And I feel like every time you go in there, man, it's like they look at you like, what are you doing in here? They're like, now we have to get away from the drive-through people and deal with you. And I feel like they're always rude, like, what can I get you? And I'm
Yeah.
like, you're way more polite when I can't see you, and over the microphone.
Dude, I feel like, well, dude, a lot of people aren't even fucking working anymore. So it's like,
Yeah.
like I've noticed that at Dunkin', dude, like
The service. You're talking about the service?
like when I was younger, I was like, I'm never going to be that guy who's like a dick about customer service. And now I'm like,
Right,
where the
right.
fuck is everyone?
yeah, it's tough. But it is tough now. Even
Like calling managers, dude.
you're a manager caller. You
No,
call?
I'm just kidding. I've never done
Okay,
that.
yeah,
But
that's tough. I want to speak with him. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, dude, you're in Dunkin' Donuts. Like, what kind of service are you expecting, right?
dude, that would feel good to just freak out one day.
Yeah, just to kind of get it off your chest and be
Yeah.
like, I've been holding this in. I've been going to Dunkin's for 10 years and I've been holding this in because you guys fuck it up every time. And I just deal with it. I just fucking deal with it.
I would write something out, like something beautiful, but
Oh,
like
okay.
offensive.
Be
You know
like,
what I'm
read
saying?
this on your break. Because
Yeah.
I don't have the heart to say it.
Yeah. I've been coming here for 6 fucking years.
I've been paying $4.48 for a large ice turbo that you guys screw. It tastes different every goddamn day. I ask for it the same way every day, and every day it tastes fucking different.
I asked for fucking 32 Splendors. There's fucking 29 in here.
I get the friggin' hash browns because I fucking love them. And one day I got 4, the other day I got 9. Like, what the fuck? You guys know how to count?
That would be worth it, dude. We should put that on our bucket list, man.
What, get a...
Just after a show one night, just
Oh,
fucking.
just go and just rage on Dunkin' Donuts people?
Some guy's like high as shit.
He's like, hey, the weirdest thing, these two dudes came in. They just went off on me. The place was empty.
Yeah, we wouldn't even go through the drive-thru though. We'd walk in.
Oh, you got to walk in.
Yeah.
You got to walk in.
to wear a dress.
I used to have people that could. I'll leave that up to you. But I remember, like, when I was working there, and people would come from the drive-thru and come in and be like, "This is wrong." You'd be like, "Really? Why don't you?" I bet you if you just came in,
Yeah.
like face to face, I would give you way more attention than just speaking,
Yeah.
to you through a microphone. And you know what I mean? Like honestly, I know what you look like now. You have nice tits. I'm gonna think about what I'm doing now. Like just
That's so true, man. But like honestly, there's also like the law side of that. It's like some fucking idiot.
What do you mean? Like they're not allowed to come in?
Well, no, there's like the negative side to that. Like sometimes you want to see people in person, and then it'll like increase the fucking bonding that goes
Right,
on.
exactly.
But like,
You know-
dude, if you're like, I wanna see this person in real life, and they have like fucking
Oh, it goes the opposite way. You're
Yeah.
like, ooh, I wish you would have stayed in the drive-thru.
yeah, they look like fucking Schmeagol, dude, and they're like screaming stuff in like
And you know,
another
so
language.
you can't smell anything in the drive-thru. Like if they walk in and they just got like pajamas on from
Yeah.
like 4 days ago. And,
Yeah, dude,
and, like,
smell-
bear claw
dude,
friggin'
smells are
slippers.
fucking
It
hilarious,
is. It is. It's just like
Dude, the amount of people that just like don't shower, bro. Like I used to work in a bank, dude. It was like literally like 90% of the dudes I talked to would literally just like
you talking about people you work with or customers?
customers,
Oh
dude.
god, yeah.
They would literally just like take a shit like while they were talking to me, dude. It was fucking disgusting. Like it was funny. Like it would be funny if I wasn't in that. Like if I was watching that,
Right.
I'd be like, it's funny, dude. But like when you're in that situation, you're like, dude.
Well, here's the thing. Like when you smell that bad, like do you not know that? Do you not know? Like I just don't understand how
Yeah.
like if individuals smell that bad. Like how do you not know? Does someone not love you enough to be like, bro, you stink?
Yeah.
It's like if you have chronic halitosis and you're like, bro, like your fucking breath is awful. Like like how do you not know that?
Yeah.
Like you have to know that you smell. You have chronic like you have to know that. Either they just
dude.
don't care, or people just don't tell them because they don't have the balls, or I don't know.
It's definitely like a laziness thing, but yeah, that would be like fucked up if you were like, dude, you smell like fucking shit. But
it's
chances are they would go home and shower.
Exactly.
But,
Sometimes
dude,
you
there
need to
are,
hit them
yeah.
hard with some hard
Yeah.
truth and some.
But
some
dude,
tough love.
sometimes like if it's like a fat lady, dude, she's wearing like a sundress.
Yeah, she's dying. She's dripping down her back and shit, and
Yeah.
she's like, ah,
Dude, when she opens those legs, bro,
oh, forget
fucking,
it. It's
you know what I'm
it's
saying,
like a
dude?
fog. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
it's
just
fucking,
kinda,
it's like someone just took tear gas and
you
just.
can taste it. Oh god.
I'm not gonna lie, dude, I don't even like mind that smell anymore. Like I look forward to that. You know what I'm saying?
You like smelly chicks? You're like, lift up your arm. All right, let's go.
I was telling this to James Firth, dude. Like I went to one of like the biggest shows of my life was in Narragansett, like right next to my college.
Okay.
And I was doing the most time I've ever done.
Nice.
And I was like super young. I'm not bragging.
Okay.
Bragging. Okay.
Where was the
But when
venue?
I got there, dude, there was like a bunch of like legitimate comedians.
Uh-oh.
And the show was like right by the water, so it smelled like fucking clam, dude.
Okay.
So like the first thing I said to all these dudes was I was like, "Yo, it smells like pussy," and like I really
To
emphasized
the other comics,
P.
or while you were on stage?
All the other comics,
Okay.
and like
Here's my own. Going to stage, and John's like, "Yo, bro, this place smells like pussy." You're like,
yeah.
"Ew."
Like I didn't say anything to anyone except for that.
Then you just went off in the corner. That's all I have to say to you guys. That's it. Just this place smells like
But like I really emphasized the P too. I was like, pussy, dude.
And everyone in there went, "Yeah, you're right, bro."
No, dude. Everyone was like, dude, nobody laughed. Everyone just like made fun of me, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go in the corner. You know what I'm
Yeah, well,
saying?
you know.
I thought that would crush though, dude. Especially since we were in Narragansett,
Yeah.
by the water.
Yeah, dude. In Newport, sometimes reeks, man. Like First Beach is like, oh,
Really?
all that red tide and shit like that.
I've never
It's
been to
just like-
First Beach. Is that where the bitches go?
Well, it used to be like, again, dating myself. This place called Johnny's ABC, and
Mm-hmm.
it used to be. Now it's like a wedding function hall, and it's like, used to go there, and it was during the day. They'd have live music, and we knew the bartender there. The kid knew everyone in the world. They'd have live music, and I used to call it the Tits and Testosterone Club, because every dude in there was just roided out of his fucking
Really?
mind, and every girl in there was just.
This was back in the day,
this
though.
was back in the day.
So it was straight up like horse tranquilizers.
pretty much like I'm sure these dudes were just like sitting there like this, like.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to fucking rip someone's head off, bro. And like every girl in there was just like bombs, like fake tits, and just like music pumping. It was just and this was like in the middle of the day, like
Yeah.
you know. And then yeah, Light knows what I'm talking about. And no, it was just and then we go rip it up in Newport. That thing's gonna fall.
There it
It
goes,
just went
dude.
off again. That was fucking spooky,
Fuck
bro.
my life, dude.
It's all right.
Sorry, dude. We'll get over it, dude.
It's all right. We're gonna get the wrong.
Should we
goal,
cut
dude.
this out or just keep it in just for like
Yeah,
genuine?
it's just you just gotta let it roll. Everything, man.
Fuck, man.
I just heard that. That was like, that made that noise like, oh yeah, something's here. Something just.
Dude, the
turned
amount of
this thing
stupid shit that's happened on this podcast, like out of bad luck, bro. Dude.
off. Well, that's what makes it real. That's what
Yeah.
makes it.
I've had like
fun.
pictures fall like in front of good stories. You know, some
Just,
dudes
like,
like,
disrupt the whole
somebody's
thing.
crying, they're like venting their life away. Fucking pictures fall. I rip ass at the same time, dude. My mom comes home, dude. My dogs start barking. I'm just like, fuck.
Comes up and starts licking your balls.
Yeah.
And you're just like, no, boy, bad boy, down.
Yeah, I'm like, back to your story.
I'm sorry for that interruption. Go ahead, please continue.
It's all right, dude. You just gotta fucking roll with the punches, man.
That's what it is, man. Especially when you're up on stage, you can't. There's no bailout.
Yeah.
You just gotta keep trudging through, man.
Yeah.
Trudging through.
Dude, how long have you been doing?
Like 2007.
Look at this segue right here.
Okay, yeah.
How long have you been doing comedy, dude?
Like 2007. That was a great segue. That was great. Talking about farting and pictures falling off the wall. So, how long have you been doing comedy? So it was like 2007. I could say was like my official year where I kind of like started. My wife was pregnant.
Holy shit! So you already had a wife when you started?
Dude, I had a wife and a child on the way.
Holy shit!
And you know, it's just what I'm saying. Like it was totally fucked up. So I was married, child on the way, and I was like, man, I've always wanted to, but I never had. Like I was always like the class clown and the funny guy, but I was like, oh, I could never do that on stage, and no way. I don't know how those guys do it. And then so I kind of, long story short, I was like, hey man, I'm just gonna fucking give it a try. Like what's you know, I don't want to be like 40 years old and be like, what if, you know. So you know, I was doing like everyone does, you know, just the grit, driving, you know, an hour to any open mic I could, you know, all over New England. Like I was hitting every place I could, and so within like I think it was like 6 months or like 8 months, they had this contest at Catch a Rising Star, which used to be inside Twin River Casino.
Yeah.
And so it was like called Catch a New Rising Star, and everybody's like, "Oh, you gonna enter this?" I'm like, "No way, dude." I'm like, "There's no fucking way." So I entered it, and then I think it was like between like the people who entered and the people who, you know, didn't actually make it in so it was like over like 200 comics or something like that, give or take. And then, you know, like every round it went down. Then it was like the final 10, and it was like inside their like grand venue. So there was like 600 people at the finals.
Yeah.
And it was sick. And then I wound up winning the whole fucking thing. Like
Holy shit.
It was insane, dude. And then they flew me out to Reno, where their like, you know, their mother club or whatever you want to call it is, at the Silver Legacy Casino and Resort. And you know, like I'm up in like Reno, and I'm like, you know, at this point my son's born, and I get like pictures of my son like up in and I'm like, I can't believe this is so fucked up. Like then I'm here, and then you know my other son was born 22 months later, and you know still working the day job, still pretty much doing comedy full time, 2 new kids, and it was just, and then it just kind of came at me so fucking fast, and I was just like, wow, this is fucking crazy. It's you know, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wish I started like 10 years ago, but
Well, how old are you?
How old am I now?
No, when this was taking
Oh
place.
God, I was like 30. I was like
shit.
30 years
Yeah.
old. Yeah, 29 actually. I was 29, and it's crazy. It was just, yeah. So it's just like I'm just glad that it happened. Like, and I'm, you know, I'm never moving to New York City. I'm not moving to LA. I'm not doing that. So I'm just like psyched to be, you know, fortunate enough to be as busy as I am, like locally, and you know, like I look at every gig like a blessing. You know what I mean? Because it's just, you know, especially with the whole, you know, current situation with the, you know, Captain COVID and all that stuff, man. Because I'm sure that was tough for a lot of us, that whole year and a half or whatever, to kind of just, you know.
It's just fun to do it, man.
It is. It's just, I get, and like even when I show up to like open mics, and given they're only like 5 minutes from my house, or 5 miles, I'm sorry. And I feel like, you know, comics are like, what are you doing here? I'm like, what? Why not? What am I? Why wouldn't I be here? Like, I'm just trying to, you know, try shit out. And yeah, I can't get over how many times, like, I'll just get up there, and even if you're going over a new joke, and then just something happen off the cuff, and I'm like, holy shit, I just came up with a great new tag for this joke I've been telling. Or I'm just gonna be like, I'll just see how this rolls. And you know, if like I joke about it at like open mics, and people are like, oh, I bombed at that open mic. I'm like, bro, like everyone bombs at an open mic, you know. I'm like, if someone literally looked up from their phone for 5 seconds, that means you crushed that open mic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, don't get hung up over it. So that being said, even if I feel like something that I'm trying out, like even kind of gets any kind of, you know, reaction, I'm like, all right, well, let's keep that one in the, you know, in the back pocket, see if that one works out.
It is crazy just like doing it, like going.
Yeah.
Like even that dude last Thursday, I wasn't even gonna go. Like I just hit the gym, you know. I got a good, like I was sweating my balls off at the gym, dude.
Yeah.
I was playing like the Rocky soundtrack.
Yeah, dude.
And I was
Rocky
like,
4, fucking.
I was like,
can't
dude,
lose.
this isn't over, bro. Like we're going to the mic.
Nothing is over.
I was
That's
literally,
actually
you know,
Rambo,
I was
not
on that.
Rocky.
I had the option, you know, which way I was gonna go on the
Literally,
highway.
like, what should I take, the high road?
Dude, just went all the way to Worcester, man. Hour and 7 minutes, dude. And I remember being up there, and I was like, I'm just gonna.
Oh, so you were up here already?
I was in Attleboro.
Oh, Yeah,
Dude,
that's a good hour.
Yeah.
Easy.
But dude, I remember being up there and I was like, dude, I'm just gonna do the same shit I always do because that's kind of like the thoughts you have.
Right.
But once I got up there, you know, like a few things,
Right.
I just tried out and they worked, and I was like, wow, dude.
Right. And you don't know how you're gonna react, how your brain's gonna think or react.
Yeah.
You just and I think that's how you kind of develop yourself when you kind of already know, like, all right, I got this stuff in my back pocket, but you know, and everyone's gonna be, you know, no one wants to go up there and, you know, bomb or whatnot, but you're like, okay, I have this that I know works, but then I'm like, I'll throw this in there too, and then, you know, with the combination of the two, I think you're kind of like you have that swag or whatever you want to call it, that confidence to kind of, you know, throw it out there.
Yeah.
And especially, you know, like I said, it's like open mics. It's like the trench warfare of comedy. Like sometimes, you know, I've heard from some comics like, oh yeah, that open mic's like hour from my house. I'm not doing that shit. And I'm like, all right, well that's not, you know, you need to fucking jump in. It's like the trench warfare, man, of comedy. Like I said, it's like,
Yeah, I don't mind the drive at all. I think just like it's like a habit. Like it's like I feel like once you start doing it, your brain just kind of like, all right, you know, it's time.
absolutely.
But if you're used to going home and just cranking one out, dude,
Yep.
like your brain's gonna be like, this is what we do.
Exactly. That's
You
why
know,
that's why you took the left instead of the right that night, man. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
dude. Yeah. But honestly, man, like coming home from work and just spanking one out, like that's, you know, that's an awesome time. But
It is.
After a while, you're like, dude, you know, how many more years
you know,
can I do this?
you know, how many times can you exactly just, you know, switch it up?
Yeah.
You know? We can beat off while you're driving and then still kill two birds with
Yeah.
one stone. Which
Have
is,
you ever done that?
I actually have not. I've not.
Dude, that's another thing to add to the bucket list, man.
I don't know if I'd like. Because I like to. I'm kind of a. I don't know. I like a nice comfy atmosphere when I'm, you know.
Like you set everything up and shit.
I mean, yeah, man. It's just kind of
Yeah.
like, you know, like I just, you know,
I feel that.
especially
Dude.
I got kids, dude. I could like barricade the door, and, like,
Really?
you know, put sandbags at the bottom of the door and shit, and just like,
Yeah.
it's just, you know, you got to be smart. You got to be prepared, man. You got to be.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to get busted. No one wants to get busted.
That's honestly, that's pretty tough, man. You know, I don't really set shit up, but I definitely, like, it's a huge part of my day.
Well, I think
Like, it's one of the only things I've ever been consistent with.
beating off for like work and meeting goals, I'd be crushing it right now. But it's, you know, it's crazy. It's just, I think the like males are designed like you physically have to get that out. It's just, I don't know, crazy. Females don't understand it, and whoever's listening to this might not agree, but it's actually like, it's the truth. I think like your body and your brain's like, dude, come on, it's time. You need to get this.
Yeah, I mean,
get it.
I always tell people it's, you know, I'm not hurting anyone.
Exactly.
You know? If I want to play some Avril Lavigne, dude,
Yeah.
and just start cranking away, dude, just let me do it, all right? You know,
Just
it's better
don't-
than me, like, you know, humping like telephone poles on the highway.
Yeah, you
know what I'm
definitely don't
saying?
want to do that. They're dirty. You know, they're filthy.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm not hurting anyone. That's all I'm saying.
You're not hurting yourself
You're not hurting
unless you're violent with
Like,
yourself.
you might mentally be hurting yourself, but it's, you know, it's all on you.
What do you mean? Like you feel bad about it when it's done?
Oh yeah,
Just-
dude, every time. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck, you sick fuck.
It's just it's natural. Like how many I have that joke about, you know, how my grandmother used to make my brother and I whistle whenever we went to the bathroom by ourselves because she thought it would deter us from masturbating.
Wow.
And I've had so many. You've never heard that joke, dude?
No, I don't
So-
think so.
So, literally, I was like the youngest boy in my family. My brother
Yeah.
was the oldest boy, and I didn't even know why we had to whistle. But she did it because they were psycho, like Christian Catholic, Irish Catholic, and she felt that it would deter us from masturbating.
Wait, so you would whistle before you went to take a piss?
No, check it out. She would make us whistle while we were in the bathroom because she thought it would deter us from masturbating. Because, you know, you can't. I swear to God. So I was too young to know why I had to whistle. You know, and I did it anyway because, like, I was like afraid of my grandmother because she was crazy. So I'd go in there and I was like, and I'd finish up and get the hell out of there.
You could piss while doing that?
Yeah, dude.
Holy
Because
shit.
it's mind over matter, man. Mind over matter. No, I wasn't masturbating. I was urinating. Okay, you're the other aiding, not masturbating.
But
like
even,
I was
dude,
too young.
even pissing, like that takes
Yeah,
a lot
dude, it
of
was,
focus.
you know, I was just kind of like, you know, this is what I have to do. It's an Irish Catholic. You need to do that shit, get it
Yeah.
done. And I was too young to even know why I had to whistle. I didn't get it. But then my brother, you know, because it's a mortal sin in the eyes of the Catholic Church. You're not allowed to play with your own penis, you know. But your local priest can. No problem. Come on down. No, I don't feel bad about telling that joke. I think it's disgusting what they did.
Yeah.
But anyway.
That's a good joke.
Thanks, man. It's not done yet. So, And I just that was cheesy that I said that. But anyway, so the whole point of this joke was, I had no idea why I had to whistle or what was going on. I just did what I was told, and then it would be like my brother's turn. He was like my older brother, the oldest boy in the family, and he'd get in there, and he would be like. Like, yeah, dude, like super awkward. I'd be out there thinking to myself, like I'm in the kitchen listening to my brother. I'm like, man, my older brother can't whistle for shit. Like, what's his problem? And then I grew up. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a ton of sense.
Wow, dude. Holy shit.
You all right? Was that joke too much for you, bro? You
Yeah,
too much
no,
of a,
definitely. That was a good setup.
too much of a
That
visual?
I didn't expect that.
Oh, sorry.
Like you really caught me off guard there.
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry. I'm a southpaw. So, oof, you got to protect the ribs and the head at all times, man. You want to take that swing.
Dude, that would, dude, honestly, even just pissing and whistling at the same time, like that blows my mind.
Yeah.
Dude,
just-
the first week of my new job, I had to piss next to like the big swinging dick, dude. Like not
for like you mean for like a drug test, or are you guys using the bathroom at the
we
same
were just
time?
using the bathroom at the same
Ah.
time. And he was like, "John, great to have you on the team." And I was like, "Dude, I couldn't
The team.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't piss at all. Like he was shooting fucking. It was like a fire hose on his end.
Oh god.
all
just
that
letting it roll.
money, dude.
Just-
that fucking the 401k, everything just coming out. I couldn't do shit.
It's strange how like urinating as I'm getting older, like I feel like some dudes are jealous of me the way I urinate. Like, this is a crazy story. I hate when comics say it's a true story, but I was in the bathroom and same situation. Like I was probably just coming off the road, and usually when I get to a gig, like I have to go to the bathroom immediately. Because I'm drinking my gallon of water a day, bro, staying hydrated.
You actually do that?
Oh, absolutely do. Yeah. And so then I get, you go to the bathroom, and I was going, I'm just like, it was good flow. And I swear to God, the guy next to me was like, "Oh, it's such a good piss." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" I'm like, I didn't say anything, but I'm like, that dude just definitely was like jealous of my piss. And I was like,
He said it under his breath.
dude, he's like, "Oh, it's such a good piss." And I'm like, dude, am I paranoid? Like, no, that's definitely what he fucking said. Like, and I'm like, is this what men have to look forward to, is just being jealous of other dudes' piss and like the flow and the stream? And I'm like, oh man. And then I'm like Googling prostate problems on the way home. Like it totally freaked me out. I was like, what the fuck?
Did you question him?
Question him? No, man. I couldn't even look at him. I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. And it was like a creepy like whisper, but I was like at the same time he was like disappointed with himself at the same time. And I was just like, oh, I feel like I was back in high school. Like I was bullying this guy with my piss.
Yeah. That's what people say when I pull my pants down to pee,
Oh
dude.
shit! They're like, damn.
Getting all judgmental and shit.
Yeah, just
It's
like,
like, dude.
you're not a locker room guy, huh? No big deal. I am. So watch out.
Yeah, dude, that's fucked, man. Honestly.
Yeah, it was
But yeah,
crazy.
dude, I thought I had like a prostate problem too, because like all my buddies, no homo, dude. I'll listen to them piss,
Okay.
and it's just like a fluid stream.
Is it
but
like a competitive thing? You just like you want to outpiss them, or you just like curious?
I just don't want to feel like I'm like leading them on. You know what I'm saying?
Leading.
No,
What
dude,
do
like
you,
I'll either like if I have to fucking piss, I'll be fine. But I need to focus. Like my mind needs to be
Oh, so
set
you
on
want
that
you
goal.
need to friggin' like meditate and let that shit out.
But dude, there was a point in time where like especially like now, I'm not drinking enough water, so it'll just be like,
Dude, I hate those. That's the worst. It's the worst.
and you just have to like keep focusing.
Yeah.
And just never give up.
I mean, your body's 75% water, man. People don't understand that. Like, your
Yeah.
body needs water, like tons.
And like, dude,
tons
the
of
amount
water.
of shits I take is like, especially before shows. Like I'll
Well,
take.
that's just nerves, man.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
there's
three
three things:
shits.
you either piss, puke, or poop. I'm a pooper too.
Yeah.
How
many shits do you take in before a set?
I mean, usually like clockwork, one good one,
Really?
like a satisfying, and I'm like, oh, that was great.
Yeah.
But sometimes even like I'll notice like right before I'm about to get in my car, I'll get and I'm like, oh man, I'm just gonna do it here and get it over and done with, because there's nothing worse
Like in
than
the
being
parking
like
lot?
halfway to a gig and you got an hour and you're like, oh man, I'm like, no way do I have any time to stop and pull over anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm a pooper too. I'm a pooper. It's just all nerves, man. It's
Yeah. I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of people take that shit before the set, but for me, it's like multiple shits.
okay.
Like I'll be like, all right, boys, I don't actually say that because I don't say
Yeah, 'cause you-
anything.
yeah, exactly.
But I'll get up, take a shit, and then
Another
nerves
one?
come back, dude.
Jeez.
And just the fact that like stuff can actually come out. Like I'm blowing.
That's what I'm saying. Like you still got some left.
Oh,
you know?
dude, I'm setting off bombs. Dude.
Really?
Bro.
Damn.
Massive shits, like pounds at a time.
Every time, like you could really, You're just like, you get in there and you're like,
Yeah, I'm not even joking, dude. Like literally, like
just like a horse, just like,
pounds of shit, dude.
dude. I mean, that's why you stay lean, bro. You get that good healthy gut, man.
I'm just ripping dimes, dude.
Jeez, that's
all it
crazy.
is,
Like
man.
usually I'll just go in there and it's pretty satisfying. I'll unload and I'm ready to go after that. And now I'm just kind of jealous. Maybe I'm gonna check my gut health now. you
Dude,
know?
I just found out that like some of my boys they only wipe like a few times.
Ugh.
I'm like, dude.
Dude, I need wipes.
Yeah.
After wipes, and then I need like fucking, yeah, dude.
I have like a monthly subscription to like a power washing company.
Like, hey, we're out here if you need us, buddy. That's crazy.
I'm like, yo, Todd, bring in the fucking.
Yeah, those are the dudes that have no body hair, bro. Those are the guys that don't have hairy asses, and they just have no idea what it's like to
Really?
just sit
I always
there.
thought it was just like the shit itself. Like it's, you know.
Well, I mean, I think it's a combination of both. Like, if
dude,
you,
because when you were on that diet, like the shits you were probably taking were just like grass.
dude, they were like cement. They were
Yeah.
like fucking cement, and I'd be like, oh, I literally felt like I was shitting rocks. It was like, it was rough, man. It was rough, and I felt like because I was actually when I was doing that shit, I was drinking like 1.5 gallons a day, but everything I was eating was like straight protein, and have a little bit of carbs. But like when you eat that much protein, man, that's why you have to drink that 1.5 gallons a day because you have to keep hydrated, and all that moisture, that the hydration has to it gets absorbed in your intestines. So basically, like if you think about it, like I was drinking that much a day, 1.5 gallons of water a day, and still like shitting rocks. If I didn't drink that shit would just sit there. It would just sit there, and I'd be like, oh man, it's funny, man, because now it's like I don't know. I just feel like after that, like my shits were never the same. Like
Yeah.
after I did that competition, man, it's just kind of like my body's kind of like, oh, you're gonna stop this? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stop.
Dude, it feels so good to just take a shit and just wipe like once.
That's the ones that just shoot right out, and it's just like a quick like, oh,
You don't even
man,
have to wipe,
There's
dude.
nothing there. There's no residue.
Yeah.
That is the
You
best.
you could be having sex and just open up your legs and just be like,
Just like
Yeah.
shoot one out and still keep going. Just keep ripping.
that's
it.
what I was thinking, yeah. Dude, but even the fact that you drink 1 gallon of water currently, dude, it's impressive, dude.
Yeah,
No
it's-
homo, dude.
It's just something you just get used to. I don't know if like I just naturally am dehydrated, but I've always, even like before I did the show, like I used to drink like a ton. Like when I was younger, I drank like Sunday was like my day. I'd order a large pizza from Papa Gino's and I'd chug like a 2 liter of Diet Coke. And then I just was like, I just kind of got, I don't know, I get sick of it. And then I was never like a big soda drinker. Like I'll drink like even today, like I'll drink like the energy drinks. Like on my way to a show, like I'll have like a Rockstar. I'm a Rockstar guy.
Oh yeah.
So I'll drink one of those. But like soda, like shit like that, like I was never like a big soda guy. So even like when I was a young kid, I always drank water. I just always drank water. I think it's because that was the
I
only
fucking
shit I
hate
had in my
drinking
fucking
water,
house. They open the fridge. I'm like, oh, there's no milk, there's nothing. I guess I'm just drinking water from the tap.
Dude, that's dope, man.
Yeah, it's just I don't know if you have to condition yourself to do it, but it's just like I don't know.
Dude, I when I was younger, I used to chug like gallons of milk at a time.
Yep.
Drink like 12 packs of like Diet Coke.
Oof. I'm telling you, that shit's addictive, man.
And I would-
they
dude,
got to put something in that
My
shit.
doctor
'cause-
was basically like, dude, you're gonna fucking die. Dude,
Yep.
you fucking my
It's-
feet right now, dude.
Oh, sorry, dude. I'm playing footsies. Sorry.
dude,
I
but
got
like,
13s. Know what I mean? Sorry.
I would drink like literally like a gallon of milk, and
In a day or like at once? You just sit there
dude,
with
I
a
had
chug
like,
and just
oh,
fucking-
dude, I had like tit sweat, shit like that. Like I was really
just
unhealthy.
blockage. Just everything was
Like, dude,
blocked.
I remember one day I drank a gallon of 2% milk and
Oh.
a whole bag of Lay's chips, dude.
Oh, dude.
And I was just laying on the couch.
Yeah,
and I
just
couldn't
like
move.
your stomach's
I
like.
couldn't move. That was the first time I ever got dehydrated.
That's no joke.
My body was just like, dude, you can't even move right now. But dude, I went to the doctor last week, and previously they were like, yeah, we need you to get blood work, whatever. Like you never get it. And I was like, all right, cool. I just went and got blood
What
work.
do you mean for like your lipid levels and whatnot? Or?
They just recommended it because like I'd never used to get it before.
Okay.
I never really like took the doctor seriously. I was like, they were just like,
You mean just like a straight physical, like a yearly physical?
yeah, dude, like
yeah.
he felt my balls and shit, like the whole 9
Yeah,
yards.
I mean, I do that shit because it's like, I'm sorry, go ahead, man, go
Yeah.
ahead. But like, I'd rather just have them catch it. I'd rather go there and deal with them putting their finger up my ass once a year and
Yeah.
have them find something or catch something before it gets bad.
I haven't done the finger up the ass thing, but I'm looking forward to it.
You're years away from that, bro. Don't even worry
But
about it.
yeah, dude, they were just like, the second blood test I blew off. They were like, dude, we need you to go back. Like, there's something wrong with you. And I was like, all right, cool.
This was just last week.
It was a few months ago.
A
They
few
were like,
months
"Hey,
ago.
we need you to follow up with the blood test. Like, you never went." I was like, "Fucking lick my balls. I'm not going."
Yeah, fuck you. You're like,
and then,
no one likes being told what to do.
I told
Wait,
you.
so you got one blood test, and then they're like, you got to come back and take another
Yeah,
one.
I had one blood test for the first time in like 7 years.
Okay.
And they were like, you have some enzymal issues. Blah 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 blah. That's all.
What do you mean,
I
like
heard.
your kidneys and all that shit? Like
They don't know if it's like a kidney issue yet, but they're like, that's what it's leading to. Like, we don't want you to have like fucking, like a disease or some shit. They were like, your enzyme, like they named the enzymes and they were like, these enzymes are elevated. He was
Okay.
like, I think it's because you exercise a lot and you're just too muscular. And I was like, okay,
Yeah. So we don't want that. We want you to be sick.
Yeah. And dude, so I ended up going to get the blood test because he like freaked out because I went for my back or whatever.
Okay.
He was like, last time, like, you didn't do the follow-up blood test. Like, what's going on? I was like, dude, fuck, I'll just go. Like,
Yeah.
after
Like
this.
yeah.
So I went. They were like, it's getting worse. And dude, my doctor was like, literally 2 days ago, he's like, don't exercise for an entire week. I was like, fuck you, dude. You know what I mean?
How does that make any fucking
Yeah.
sense at all?
He was just like, do nothing. And I'm like, fucking hell no,
dude,
dude.
that's fucked up.
So that's why I'm drinking water now. Because, like, I think that's what it is. I just don't drink a lot of water. They were like, your enzymes are elevated. I take creatine,
So enzymes,
too.
not your white blood cells, enzymes.
Yeah, they named the, what was it? Like, the creatine, like, daily
Do
level.
you take creatine on a daily
yeah,
basis?
I take creatine and I don't drink
More-
a lot of water.
More than 5 milligrams?
Just 5 milligrams.
I'm sorry, 5 grams? More than 5 grams?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, because that can fuck with you if you take more than 5 grams.
I take like exactly like I take one serving size.
scoop, yeah, you
But
do the
I
scoop.
don't drink a lot of water, and I
That's it,
exercise a
dude.
shit
Yep.
ton. So I put the pieces together. I'm like, I just need to drink more water. I'll be
Yeah,
fine.
absolutely.
But the fact that they were like, don't exercise, I'm like, dude, come on.
That
bro.
makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, I'm not a doctor by any means, but like,
Yeah.
when did you have ever heard a doctor tell you to, hey, you should stop exercising?
Yeah. And it wasn't even like, if it was for my back, I'd be like, all right, maybe that makes kind of.
Would you pull your back?
Well, I told you about the accident or whatever.
Oh,
Like,
that's
I've been
right,
having,
sorry.
I got to start physical therapy next week, but
Oh, man.
it wasn't about my back. They were just like, because of the blood test. And I'm like, what did the fuck? Like, why the fuck would I do nothing?
Well, do they think there's any correlation between the accident and these, like, because you get banged up or anything like that? Or
No, they're specifically like, they think it's just because I exercised a lot. They didn't say anything about water, but I think that's what it is. Just
I think that's what it is, too.
exercise, creatine, no water.
Well, how
Like
much?
that-
What's your protein intake? Are you taking in like 200 grams a day, or like what do you
Dude, usually I'll kill some livestock in the backyard, throw on the ground.
chase down a fucking chicken, cut
Yeah.
its head off, and cook it up?
It depends on the day, man, but I would say it varies a lot. But dude, the whole water thing, like, you sound like you fucking enjoy drinking water. I had something
Oh, dude,
about
so many people like I hate it, dude. I can't. It's like drinking razor blades.
It's not that bad for me. It's just like it's gonna
Well, let me
take-
ask you this: Do you drink it? Do you drink cold water? When you drink it, is it like freezing cold water?
So I bought a jug, and it'll like have the times of the day on it,
Okay,
and so you
like
you
a
take-
64-ounce jug, or like
like a gallon
gallon,
jug,
okay.
and it'll be like, all right, you're almost there, but it'll show you like the levels. So like it'll make it easier for me to
Right.
like track where I'm at.
right.
Whereas like most of the time we're just like, oh shit, I haven't drinking any water, and
Yep.
I just fucking chug it.
No, it's you gotta it's like anything, man. If you want to follow like a routine, I have like I have a bunch of different like the shaker cups that I use, but like one of them I just got is like 48 ounces, and they're usually they're like half that.
Yeah.
So I know if I'm at least drinking 2 of those a day, which is like I polished one off pretty much before I even got here tonight. And so I know if I'm drinking at least 2 of those a day, I'm like right there where I need to be. I'm like at least
Yeah.
at 90, 100 ounces.
You feel better too, right, when you drink water?
Oh, absolutely, dude. Like I just first thing I like in the reason why I ask cold water is because when you drink cold water, like I know dudes are like, oh, I like it when it's like right before freezing. That actually, if you drink enough water, like if you drink a ton of water, but if you drink it at that temperature, like it can actually put your body into shock because the water's so cold and it's coming
Yeah.
in, your body almost doesn't know how to react to it. So they say it's better off drinking like room temperature water. Just keep it at room temperature.
Yeah.
And then your body absorbs it quicker. It's less of a shock to your body, and it actually hydrates you a lot faster and a lot more effectively than drinking freezing cold water.
Yeah, dude, I can't even drink freezing cold water.
It's tough.
It's hard-
Like when
it's
I
hard
was
to
in like
drink.
yeah, well I mean like when I was in college, like if like a night after booze, and that's the first thing, and I just put back like a 16-ounce bottle, like I was snorting it. I'll be like, just like squeeze it down my throat and be like, oh man, I'm still thirsty. I'm still thirsty as hell, man. Like
I would drink like 2 Pedialytes and like a bag
Oh,
of
God.
almonds.
Yep.
Just go into fucking cardiac arrest, dude.
Oh, the Pedialyte. I love it with the commercial now with the dad. I'm like, is this guy like when he's like, oh, he's all sweating and he's like hurting. And his mom's like, the kid's like, Daddy, are you okay? And he grabs her Pedialyte. She's like, Daddy, that's mine. He's like, fuck off. And he starts pounding her Pedialyte. I'm like, all right, is this guy like sick or is he hungover or is he just like, has he been drinking for 2 days? Is he on a bender? And then you ever like, stick to the Gatorade. You know how much that Pedialyte is for like 28 ounces or whatever? Like it's like $9. It's ridiculous. It's so expensive. It's ridiculously expensive.
There's a lot of sodium in it.
Tons of sodium, and that's the thing too with a lot of these like the Gatorade and the Powerade and those things. Like they taste great, even with the zero sugar. But if you look at the sodium levels, and it's so counterintuitive, if that makes sense. You can check my spelling on that one. I don't know, but like you're drinking this to stay hydrated or to hydrate yourself, and then you look at the sodium, and all the sodium does is just absorb all the moisture. So it's just like, what the fuck is going on here? Like sodium's like the silent killer, man. Like salt.
Yeah.
Like you see people like putting like table salt on their shit, which everyone does. You know what I mean? I'm not being judgmental, but that's like if you like have a heart condition or a problem, like that's like one of the first things when your doctor will ask you, like, you use table salt? You use a lot of table salt? You're like, oh, you mean like this container I have right here in my pocket?
Yeah,
I put that shit on everything.
Dude, it's fucking insane, man.
It's tough. My sister-in-law loves it. She loves the salt. Like even like the salty, like the salt and vinegar potato chips.
That's how I feel about sugar, though.
What's that?
That's how I feel about like sugar and coffee.
Oh, sugar. Oh God, sugar. I mean, but the thing is, like, I don't put real sugar in it because for health reasons. But then I'll use like the fake sugar shit, which who knows what the fuck is in that?
Like Splenda and stuff.
Yeah, Splenda, which is like the best of the worst. That's
Yeah.
That's like what they say is the healthiest. But now I've been just using stevia, just like pure stevia extract.
Wow.
And it's just it took a while to get used to it because it's not as sweet, but it's all natural. But even like they say like 100% stevia, and then you look at the label and you're like, there's dextrose, there's sucralose, all that shit. But if they just put a tiny bit of that stevia in it, they can say, oh, it's all natural, but it's not. It's just like you got to read the labels, bro. You got to read the labels.
Yeah, dude, I feel you, man. I'm just jealous of like all the people who have like gifted genetics. They can just fucking shove like.
Oh, you mean eating wise? Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, they can just fucking they eat their wife out and then just eat like 4 cheeseburgers, dude. Like don't even gain a pound. It's fucking insane, dude. Like, dude, if I had 4 cheeseburgers, bro, I would be diagnosed with diabetes the next day.
Oh God.
Like my genetics are so bad, dude. I'm gonna die in like 5 years, dude.
Dude, oh, don't even get me going, bro. My dad was so type 2 adult onset. Like if he didn't drink a drop of alcohol in his life, but if he did, bro, he'd be like leaving Las Vegas times fucking 10. Like,
dude, you're in pretty good shape. Like,
Oh, right now I'm like, thank you, man. But like right now, I'm honestly like I'm in the worst shape of my life, man. I had surgery on my shoulder back in March, so I've been trying to I'm just back to the gym like 3 weeks now, and I'm like putting up the bar, dude. I'm at the gym putting up the bar, and I'm like killing it. You know what I mean? Because I had like I said, the surgery on the shoulder, and then anyway, so I'm just trying to get back there, but. It's it's crazy when you do get back to like your muscles have memory, man. I'm just kind of surprised even with this like just month back.
Yeah. What are you doing at the gym? Like, what do you do at the gym?
So to be honest with you, what I'm doing is I'm like, I can't do cardio anymore. Like I go out of my fucking mind. Even if I'm watching a video or I'm listening to my tunes, like I can't just sit on the fucking treadmill. Like I go crazy. So I've been doing a lot of like HIIT cardio. So the gym that I work out at my wife's gym that she works at, that she trains out of and whatnot.
So your wife's a personal trainer?
Yeah, she's a personal trainer. And
damn, dude.
She's done
like leggings and all, dude.
Dude, she's just yoga pants all day, every day. She doesn't know.
What type of like training does she do? Is she train like older people or like everyone?
Dude, she trains anyone from 19-year-olds up to 65-year-olds. She's actually training a kid right now to do an actual bodybuilding competition.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah.
So she doesn't fuck around, dude.
She doesn't fuck around.
So like the shit you say on stage is like legit.
Oh, it's 100. It's. I think I'm taking it lightly, bro.
Yeah,
like,
she's just throwing fucking kale at you in the middle of the night.
Literally,
dude.
just and like if I even, I'm like, oh, I'm feeling like pizza tonight. She'll just be like, pizza.
Yeah, she's like, you want
like
this?
You can't say the P word. Like she's like, I can make you a pizza from scratch with organic crust. I'm like, no, that's fine. I'll just order some Papagenos and just fucking.
So
pass
she
out.
not forces you, but she's like, if you want this pussy, you're gonna eat fucking kale tonight, bitch. Like, is that?
It's funny. Like she's pretty. When it comes to that, she's pretty cool. But she'll let me know that she's not happy with what I'm eating.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I
feel you.
mean? Like, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think she's going to like shut me down for that, but still, she'll just let me know that. And I think, to be honest with you, it might actually influence that. You know what I mean? It might actually influence that.
Yeah, you're like, I want that pussy.
Look, I mean, we've been together for so long, and every time I see her, I want to have sex with her to the point where she's
Wow,
like, "You're
dude.
so creepy." And I'm like, "Why is that fucking creepy?"
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Dude, she's a personal trainer.
dude. She's
Even
just
if she
hot.
like,
She's hot,
even if
man.
she wasn't hot, dude, the fact that she's a person, like that's hot, dude. You know what I'm saying?
It is hot, and I just like it's just crazy,
Like,
man.
dude, when you
It's-
said my wife's a personal trainer, dude, I got a quarter chub when you said that, dude.
you should get a full chub, bro.
Yeah.
Like she's, since the first time I saw her, dude, like as cheesy as it sounds, like my buddy used to run this restaurant, and like I'd go there, and he'd manage the place, and then they'd close down pretty early, like 11 o'clock, 11:30, and then we'd go hit the bars, whatever. So I remember I walked in there, and like I knew everyone there, so like, hey Dorsey, what's up, bro? And this one day I walked in, and like whatever, the hostess station was like to the right of where I would approach the bar, and I was like, hey, what's up, bro? Hey, and then I look over, and I was like, holy shit. And I was like, hey, who's that? And they're like, oh, that's Heidi. That's the hostess. I'm like, yes, it is.
What type of place was this? Like an Applebee's, or was this like a
No, it
legitimate-
was like a private place, like
Oh,
a
shit.
private
This is like
place,
the
and it was
big-
super super popular in Worcester, like a legendary restaurant which is now closed, but I don't use names, as you can tell. And I mean, she worked there. She worked there for friggin' 20 years. Like she started as like a hostess, and then she worked up to bartending and whatnot. But anyway, point being, like for the first time I saw her, I was like, oh man. But then I thought I was just like, oh, she's kind of not so much like out of my league, but I was like, don't even try it, bro. Like, it's a fucked up story, dude. We'd be out at bars. Like, we used to hang out together, and like I'd buy her beers and stuff, and I would talk to her about anything, because I was just like, I wasn't not so much threatened, but I was like, I'm not trying to go for it. So I'm like, whatever, I'll just talk to her, and we
Yeah.
became so so good of friends between. Like, I literally would be like, hey, see that girl over there? And she'd be like, yeah. I'm like, been banging her for like the last 2 weeks, and she'd be like, oh really? I'm like, yeah. Like, I don't, and I would just, and then next thing you know, like there was this one night we were all out. And I think it was like something cheesy. I'm like, oh, how about a kiss goodnight? And then we were like, yeah, we all made out. And then it was just kind of like, all right, here we go. The rest
dude.
is history, bro.
Wow,
it was just funny. It just kind of happened.
Was it like
you
a
know?
Lifetime movie? Like, was that what it was like?
No, it wasn't cheesy like that, even though she makes me watch those fucking things. And here we're coming
Yeah.
to Lifetime season. I think like next month they start. All those
Fucking
goddamn
excited,
movies.
dude. That's how I feel about girls, man. Honestly, dude.
You want to be the Lifetime guy?
Yeah, like, dude, I met this chick. Don't tell anyone, dude. All right?
Okay, well, I won't.
Yeah, don't tell anyone, dude. No, dude, I met this chick. This is a fucked up story, dude.
Okay. I'm ready.
And dude, everything's like a Lifetime movie to me. Like, that's how I think about it. Like, when I meet chicks, I'm like, oh, dude,
like you. Sorry to interrupt. Like you feel it's that way, or you want to
dude, just my
try
whole
to
life,
make it that way.
just my whole life. Like, I've like tried to. It's been that way in my head. Like the whole flame truck thing.
Okay.
Listening to like the Rolling Stones.
All right.
Like, I always thought some chick with like tight jeans and like Converses was gonna be
dude.
like,
feathered hair. and
Yeah,
shit.
dude.
Like, yeah.
yeah, she was just gonna fucking tag my car, like draw a dick on it or something. Like, we would just fall in love after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that, dude. Like, I'll go to like Target, like 10 at night, dude. Just like imagine.
Scoping for chicks.
Yeah, like I have a joke about that, like where I'm just like buying hummus, like at the same time as another chick, dude. And we just fall in love, dude.
You grab the same package of hummus and you're like,
Yeah.
oh no, you take it.
Yeah.
You take it.
But yeah, dude. So I met this chick, dude, and we ended up just like talking the whole night. And
Wait, you met her at Target?
no, I met her
I
at
just said that, so I'm just being a dick.
I
Go
met her
ahead,
at
sorry,
this, like-
Please continue.
this Oceanside restaurant. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
So it's
So
pretty
it's probably
fucking
in Rhode
legit.
Island, I would
Top
say.
tier, dude. Fucking
Yeah.
solid place,
You're a
dude.
classy dude.
I don't even know. I was fucking blasted. Let's be real. I was fucking shit cocked.
Okay.
But like, we were talking like the whole night, and she was
Alright.
saying some of the coolest shit, dude. Dude.
So she wasn't like, you're fucking wasted.
She was
No, she
cool.
wasn't
Yeah,
like. She
okay.
wasn't like. I wasn't like. I didn't have to try to talk to her, dude. Like,
so
we
it
were
was just easy.
It was
It
just
was one of
easy,
those,
man.
bro. That's
dude. It was so easy, man.
That's so cool.
And then at the end of the night,
That's
we
so
like
cool.
both agreed like we were just gonna hang out and like fuck around, like not even like hook up or do anything, just like hang out.
Okay.
She's like, yeah, you know, like, so I just ended up going with her, dude. So we're driving around and like we got ice cream or whatever. It's like fucking 3 a.m, dude.
Dude,
And, we're-
that's totally Lifetime, bro.
and dude,
That's
I'm like,
totally
dude,
Lifetime.
I'm living a Lifetime movie right
You
now.
fucking are, dude.
So we're like, dude, where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? Like, we didn't even know where we were. And she's like, oh, I actually work down the road. And I was like, cool. obviously not gonna say names. She brings me to like another Oceanside restaurant, dude.
Wow.
So we walk.
Open
like,
after hours or still open?
No, it was completely shut down. But dude, her boss was in the back. There was like this massive
see, that's a
fire, and he
cool
was with a
hookup.
chick, dude. So we had to sneak by him, bro. I'm like, she's like hiding behind me.
Oh, so so the boss has no idea you guys are there?
No idea. He's with
Okay.
some chick. Like he probably brought her there after hours, trying
Yeah,
to
of course,
impress her.
dude,
He's
that's-
like, I fucking managed this.
Yeah, I did.
You know what I mean? Like,
Hang out later, dude. We'll
Yeah, yeah.
fucking hang out. A bonfire. It's the fucking best. You know how much pussy I get back here? Chicks love the bonfire, bro.
dude. So there's like outdoor seating and stuff, but then there's like a massive pier with private boats. So
Oh.
we sneaked back there, dude. And we're just walking around, checking out the boats, like making fun of the names. Now I'm like, dude, I'm in a legit Lifetime movie.
You are.
Like we're sneaking
So,
on the
yeah.
boats. We hear like chit chatter, dude. These people are like on their boat and they're getting off, dude. So we have to hide in a boat. I'm like, shh, shh, shh. Dude, they sneak by. They don't even notice us. I'm like, dude, this is a Lifetime movie.
That is totally Lifetime, bro.
Flash forward like 20 minutes, dude. We're banging on the front of this dude's boat, bro.
No way. What do you
Literally,
mean,
like-
on the front, like the front end, like
the
on top of
front
his
end,
boat.
like
okay.
on top of his boat. Like, dude, it was like a legitimate porno, dude. Like, dude, if
Dude,
you,
it warped into like it Millennium Falconed into fucking from Lifetime and
dude, if you were
Chewie was there.
yeah,
No, I'm
if you
kidding.
were at the restaurant, dude, and you were like eating like fucking clam chowder,
No
you
shit.
just stared off,
And you were like, dude, I think that guy's balls deep in that girl on that boat. You're like, you stopped talking to the girl you're with. You're like, yeah, bro, fucking go
Dude.
for it.
it wasn't like it was like, you know, it was still like a Lifetime movie though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for like
I
the
felt like
first,
I was
what,
in. I
don't
felt like I
know.
was in the Notebook, dude.
Wow.
And then
until
all
the
of a
last
sudden,
10 minutes
dude,
anyway.
all of a
Yeah.
sudden, after 22.5 seconds,
Okay, 22 and a half or 2.5.
2.5.
Okay.
I rounded up.
All right.
Like, you know.
That's, you know, as any man would.
But dude, all I hear is, "Are you fucking on my boat?"
Oh, no.
And the owner
way,
was there, dude.
In the boat?
dude, he-
He was he was on his own boat. And you're fucking, dude, that might be the greatest story ever. And he's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "What is it? The rough seas? Is there a
dude,
storm?"
I don't know if he was in the boat, he overheard us, or if he came on. Like he had to.
Well, at
be-
least you're the quietest fucker in the world.
No,
Like, we
dude,
need to
he
keep it
had
quiet.
to, he had
We're
to
on the
fucking.
pier.
I don't know if he was like somewhere else and then he came, but he was on the boat when he yelled that dude.
So
we're
you're like on top of her, and you just see this dude like, "What the fuck?" On
she,
my...
she was on top of me.
Oh,
and,
okay.
she saw it.
So you can't see anything but up. So you can't see
Oh
behind.
yeah,
Was he
I'm-
behind
I'm
you?
Like I'm facing like the restaurant. So if there was people there, I would have been like, "Yo,
Yeah, you're like sending out your website and shit. You're like, yeah.
dude." But so I'm facing the other way. She's facing towards him, and all you heard was like, "Are you fucking on my boat?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" Dude, we both.
You're like, no,
fucking-
I'm choking.
Yeah, dude, we both got up. We didn't. She was like, "Don't fucking say anything," because I would have been like, "Here's my fucking ID." You know what I mean? I would have been like, "Just fucking take
So
my."
she said, don't say anything.
Yeah, she was like, "Don't fucking say anything," and then like, dude, we ran down.
Why did
like,
she know the guy, or was she just like, just
No,
be
she
cool?
was just like, "Don't be
"Be
fucking
cool." Okay,
stupid
all
and
right,
tell him like you're."
Yeah,
you
don't
know,
get us
I would have been
busted,
like,
yeah.
"Here's my social security number."
Yeah, exactly. I'm really sorry.
Yeah. No, but dude, she's like, "Don't fucking say anything."
You watch
but,
Hallmark movies, bro? Let me just tell you how it went.
but dude, we just ran down the fucking pier, dude. I literally felt like I was in a Lifetime movie, dude. Like she was wearing my clothes. I was
Wow.
like, my fucking balls were flapping everywhere,
Oh,
like
dude,
running
just
down
like,
the pier. I was just playing
Like a
music
speed
with my
bag.
Yeah, dude. And we just fucking we got to the exit and it was locked. We had to hop the fence again, dude.
Wow.
And I was like, "Do you need help?" And she's like, "No, I got this." She fucking hopped that fence like a champ, dude.
Wow.
Poof, dude.
Dude,
And
that's
then
like
we
she's-
left,
So she
dude.
was like a tomboy.
And
sex
then she
pot,
went back
just-
to work the next day, dude. She just looked at all those boats. She was like,
Yeah, you know what I did last
"Yeah."
night.
She was like, "I own that
That's
real
a ballsy
estate."
chick. So what happened? You never get to talk to her again? You didn't go in there for some chowder and be like, "Hey, remember me?"
No, dude.
You just had to let it. You just was
I
it
just
that
let it go,
awesome? You
man.
just like, I'm gonna let it go, bro.
I just let it go, dude.
You just let it
Yeah.
go. Wow,
We'll never see each other again.
wow. Never say never, bro. Never say never.
Yeah, man, that was my story, dude. I hope I lived up to your expectations, dude.
That's a great fucking story.
Yeah, man.
That had so many different. It started off when you're like, oh, we're going out and we're
Yeah.
hanging out and we're getting ice cream. To then fast forward, balls deep on some other dude's boat, getting
Yeah.
chased out of there, and then she jumps the fence, bro. That's like
That's the best part, dude.
that's true romance, bro.
you know,
that's
didn't even have to
absolutely-
help her, dude. Didn't even have to like give her like leverage or anything.
Not,
She
not
was
even, no
like,
10 fingers, nothing. Just
No, dude.
she was gone.
she was like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Oh man.
Fucking.
So
one-
so even after you guys hopped the fence, that was it. That was you guys were done. She went her way, you went your way.
No, she dropped me off.
She dropped you off. What
Yeah.
a champ. Yeah, because you were all banged up. But I'm sure you were pretty sobered up after that experience.
Yeah, she still has my pineapple shirt, so like I kind of want that back, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Every guy has to have a pineapple shirt. You gotta get that shit back.
That's like the only shit I wear out too, dude.
Go on jcrew.com and just get another one. They're like super cheap right now.
It just has a lot of sentimental value.
Yeah, I
dude.
guess, yeah.
I was gonna hang
You
it up
didn't
on
even
the
want to
wall.
wash it. You love the smell. It's got
Yeah.
like the beach. It's got the.
Yeah, dude. I was gonna hang it up on the wall, dude.
Just seriously frame it. You know,
Fucking write boat bang in like all capital letters above it, and like
with a
Sharpie.
Sharpie.
Yeah.
That's fucking great. Yeah. Everyone's like, "Hey, what's that about?" You're like, "You're not allowed to ask me unless you're on my podcast. I'll talk about it. That's otherwise, it's really none of your goddamn business." All right.
But that was it, man. I felt like, dude. Honestly, I know I said it like 70 times, but that's the closest I'm gonna get to like a Lifetime movie. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I think maybe you should contact Lifetime and be like, "Yo, I got a great concept for you."
She's probably got her own life, dude. I've got my own dick jokes too.
No, was she like
know?
around your same age, or was she younger, older, or like didn't matter, didn't care?
She was younger, dude.
Didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
She
But
seems super cool like that.
I don't
Just
want to
like
get distracted with that type of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Not like a bad way. You know what I'm
distracted
saying?
with. What do you mean?
Like I'm 25, dude. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh my god.
So like I don't want to like get whipped. You know?
No, I understand, but sometimes like it's oh my god, it's so true. But like no one goes out and is like, "I'm getting whipped tonight," you know.
Yeah, it just happens.
Would you see so many of your dudes just like they just fall? You just like ping, 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 like
Yeah.
it's so funny, bro.
But how many good
Sorry,
men?
Sorry, go playing footsie again.
It's all right, dude. I like it.
Sorry.
How many good men have you seen fall though?
Man, I mean, all the way back to even I've seen dudes just be totally. I don't even know. I can give you a number, but I'd say at least 2 or 3 of my tight boys growing up, just even at the high school level, because it's just like, you know, everyone has their own thing. Like some guys have a lot of experience, you know, with girls early on. Some guys don't, and I just feel like it's the ones that don't. They just kind of like, oh my God, this is the most amazing thing in the world. And they just kind of forget about everything else. And it sounds like a cheesy, like American Pie movie, but you're like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, I know, you know, I'm not blowing you, but like, what the fuck? Like you spend every minute and then you start to notice that, like, you know, they act differently. And it's just like, bro, like, it's frustrating, I guess. You know, I think I say it more as a younger guy. And it's just frustrating because then you see like dudes get married and then you're just like, bro, like you're not even like you anymore.
Yeah, like dude.
And I'm just speaking real right now. I don't mean any disrespect for anyone who's been married or anything like that, but it's just like you see it. I'm just answering your question like you see it happen. And in answer to your question, there are dudes today that I just don't talk to anymore. That were my fucking best dudes, and I would say anything to, and just it could be myself around, and then just like but the shit happens. It happens, man. It happens all the time.
Yeah, I've seen it happen so many times.
Yeah,
man.
but then there are other, for the most part, I'd say there's a lot of dudes that I know that, I still hang out with, and their wives are great and everything. So, but on the other end, there's a few that get away. Like you couple of your bros that get away, and it's just like I don't know how you go from like talking almost every day to just not talking at all.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's kind of like a growing pain, I guess. You're just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck did that happen? But it fucking happens. I mean, it's a part of just growing up and getting older and just getting more responsible is what it is. Because and there's some relationships too, like when you're with dudes in college or even high school, and like you just find out you're like, oh, we just partied together, and you grow up and you just kind of like, they basically started to get responsible, and you just kept partying, and and you're like, you just don't hang out with those dudes anymore. But I'm not saying that's me for the most part, but
yeah, no, like dude, like you obviously, like you can, I mean, dude, you're going to open mics.
Right.
You don't have to say anything else.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that's just.
It's not like you're like, oh, I got to go home and fucking,
Well, it's. I mean, it's. I think it's like with the whole COVID situation and whatnot. I'm just like, not only do I want to go out, because I've been in the house all freaking day long, but I don't know. It's funny because, I feel like kind of like the OG. You know what I mean? Like I show up there and I'm just like, I don't want to sit here and like critique or whatnot, but I'm like. I feel like I just kind of want to like keep a pulse on like what's going on with like some of the newer comics or some of the more established comics, some of the comics who've never done it before, and just like kind of like see like what's on their mind, like what's going on and how they think, what they think about, what they're talking about. Just out of pure curiosity, and just to see like if I can still just get up there and just kind of create something that I've never really done before. Yeah. And just to like, it's kind of a selfish thing, to be honest with you, because I just want to get up there and like just get it out of my head, get it out of my get it out of my brain, and just see like how I feel about it, how effective it was, and do I really care? Am I ever going to tell it again? Because the thing is, like, I'm like, I think like every comic, like, you can't care what people think about
Yeah.
you. You fucking can't. You just can't, because you're just fucking dead in the water. Right? You just gotta do your shit, stay true to yourself, and hope. Like, if you try to jump in and out of different skins for different people wherever you are, it's never gonna work. And like, I feel like for a little bit, like, you try to do that because, like, you want to be booked everywhere and you want to be booked with everyone, but at the same time you got to kind of still stay real to yourself and just be like, because like when I was first starting out, I'd go to Boston open mics and I'd have comics be like, hey, like, no one's really loud and basically obnoxious. No, they wouldn't say obnoxious, but like, no one does act outs and voices and stuff like that. And I'd be like, great, that's awesome. That's gonna just keep me even more motivated to just be myself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm not gonna try to conform, based on other people's critiques. And what because I just feel like I don't think they had my best interests in line or in mind. So I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, I'm just going to completely change what I do and think just because you think so. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So
I think that's like the center. That's like the underlying message here is like staying true to like.
yeah, just be yourself, man. Because it's just like,
Because like some people, you're like, dude, who the fuck are you, man? Like,
Yeah,
fuck,
it's-
feel like
it's-
I'm watching Split, dude.
yeah. And I see your point. So, but sometimes it's hard, like I said, because you want to be accepted by everybody and liked by everybody, but you can't. Like, not only in comedy, but just in life, you can't please if you go through your life trying to please everyone, you just wind up fucking yourself.
Yeah.
And it sounds, as cheesy as that sounds, it's 100% the truth. Because I was one of those people who want to be like, I want to be friends with everyone and everything. But then you find out you're like, I'm a fucking pussy. I have nothing to say. I have no backbone. I don't stand my ground. And then, like, as you get a little bit older, you're just kind of like, you have to, or else people are just gonna walk all over you.
Yeah.
And like again, I feel like fucking Grandpa Jim talking over here, but it's true, man. It's totally true.
No,
And
dude,
people
you
notice
should,
that, and they'll fucking take advantage of you like that if they know that you're easily, if they can manipulate you or whatnot. So
No, you should keep doing it, man. I mean, everything you say to me, I listen to.
no,
Like,
that's
you're
good.
like, John, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, fuck.
Never
No,
said
shit.
that.
No,
As
I'm
far
just
as
kidding.
no, as far as
Just jokes,
the
just jokes,
listeners,
dude.
no.
Just jokes. No, but I've always been that way, man. And like just like the reassurance. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna tell my fart jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna stray away from
Exactly.
them. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, there's exactly. Just do what you want to do. Stick to your plan. Like, here's the thing. Like, you got to have a plan in anything you fucking do. And there's sometimes, like, when you go to even regular shows, pro shows, open mics, whatever it is, and you go up there and you're like, this was there a plan like before this individual went up there? Like, I feel like there was no plan, and it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like it's a waste of time. Like, if you're gonna take the time and energy, like you said, to drive like an hour to do this, you better have a plan. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely have a plan. And I just feel like, what was that movie? Like, with no plan, there's no attack. With no attack, there's no victory. But it's just, I don't know. You just can't get up there and wing it. Like some comics can. Some people,
Yeah.
like, even in like college, when I took communications, and like we'd have to take public speaking, and like I could go up there like just off the cuff and go up there for 10 minutes and not worry about it. But then when I took corporate finance, I'd be like, oh Christ, they might as well be speaking in Taiwanese. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on in this
Yeah.
class. But it's just like everyone has their different talents and what they're good at. You know what I mean? So I don't even know if that was like long-winded or whatnot, if that made any sense
No, dude,
whatsoever.
I'm happy you're doing what you're doing, man.
Okay, thanks, man.
Keep
Yeah,
on.
like everyone's like, well, how long are you going to do comedy for? I'm like, I mean, I don't know. I'm like, I plan on doing it for as long as they'll book me. You know what I mean? To be honest with
Yeah,
you.
you'd be the funniest fucking old guy, dude.
Oh, seriously?
Like even like right now, dude, I want to like egg your house. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Well, my house has been egged numerous times because
Really?
of my wife. Yeah. I feel like, man, so I don't tell like any of my, like, I obviously don't tell any of my real jokes when we're together. So, Halloween, because of the wife situation.
Oh yeah, I've heard this joke. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
like fucking my house gets egged because, we're the raisin house on fucking Halloween. I'm like, I can't believe this. I
Yeah.
can't fucking believe this happened.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, you're a fucking stud, bro.
Oh,
Your
thanks,
wife's
man.
a personal
Appreciate
trainer,
it.
dude.
She is,
You
yeah.
still have your personality, dude.
Yeah,
You're
I
out there
try,
motivating
try.
Comics, dude. You're fucking, dude. You're fucking.
Hey, thanks, man. It's always, you gotta be fucking.
Yeah, dude.
ABF. Always be fucking. I don't know if that's proper English or not, but I think it's badass.
No, dude. No, I appreciate it, dude. Even like I said, man, everything you've ever said to me, dude.
No, I
It's
appreciate
fucking
it,
hit
man.
home, dude. Even
so
that first
where the hell
conversation.
this is? I'm gonna sound like a dickhead asking you this, but so where the very first time we met, was it in Rhode Island or was it in Mass or was it?
Dude,
in...
I actually met you at the Woo Ha Ha.
Oh no shit, dude.
Yeah, dude. I think I had just gone up, and you were like, dude, I really like. You were like, I really like how like you look like you're gonna cause a genocide, but like you're not. And I was like, dude, thanks so much, man. But
Oh,
we
my
had a good conversation,
That's
man.
funny.
And I was like, I'm gonna remember that dude.
Oh,
And
my
like
God.
you didn't remember me, dude, but I remembered you, man.
Sorry, man. I talked to a lot of people.
Yeah, I was
you
like,
know,
dude,
man.
after that show, I was like, Mom, like I think he talks to other people like that too.
I mean, don't be sad that I just just be don't be. What do I say to my kids after vacation when they
No,
get
dude,
home?
honestly, that was like one of the few conversations I've had that was like genuine with like another comic.
Oh, thanks.
Because like
man.
most people
Yeah.
are like, that kid's gonna blow up Bank of America tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And like, dude, I'm a pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talk about that on stage. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, I'm a
yeah,
fucking,
absolutely.
like.
But like I don't think I said that doesn't sound like me saying the genocide thing, but I think it
You
like
said I look like a jock. Like you were
Yeah,
like, you
like-
were like,
like-
dude, when you walked up there, man, I thought you were gonna talk about like fucking.
but that's what it was. I don't think I mentioned genocide, but I was like, dude, you look like one of these rugby dudes. You'd be
Yeah.
like, dude, I crash dudes' heads and I fuck bitches. And
Yeah, and then you started talking, man, and it was like, holy shit.
I do love the Johnson and Wales, mostly Wales. But like, is it like legit? Like, there was no hot girls at your school? Or you just like exaggerating?
Dude,
or?
it's split up. So
What do you mean, like,
kind
they
of-
they
it's-
literally
I'm not gonna say it's a
segregate the-
piece of shit college, but it's like, but you know, you have to fucking. I had to take a bus to class, dude.
Oh,
'Cause
is it
it's
that
spread
big?
out- it's
What's
spread out
So what's the
through-
undergrad population over there?
Well, dude, they have the culinary campus, and then they have
Oh,
the actual
okay.
down. So it's spread out. All the classes are spread out throughout
Okay.
Providence. So
Yep.
I was a transfer student. I had to live on the culinary campus, and I would have to take a bus
Oh,
down.
okay.
But yeah, dude, most of the chicks I was surrounded by were like hefty, you know, like bakery chicks, which
Wait,
isn't
so
a
were
bad
the
thing.
culinary students like feeding these other students? their
Yeah,
food that they
a
were
lot of the
making?
culinary students would work at the cafeteria.
You're like, actually, they were like.
Actually, Jennifer wasn't that big. No,
Oh
dude.
my god.
Yeah, man. There was one chick. I told you this that night we met, dude. Her name was. Well, I'm not gonna say her name, obviously.
Yeah,
but
no names.
Her
no
nickname was
names.
Mac and Cheese, dude.
Oh,
Because she would play with herself in front of her roommates, and it would sound like mac and cheese.
get out.
And like one night, dude, I came back like blasted, bro. And like they were down the hall. She was with a few, you know, hefty chicks, and I was just like, yo.
Was she like on your floors? Like she lived on your
Yeah,
same
yeah. She
floor,
lived
and
in
you
the
just
same.
like walked
She lived in the
there?
same building on the
Okay.
same floor, and like she was hanging out with some chicks. And I had just found out her nickname was Mac and Cheese, and I was like,
Like, legit. Like this is a real story.
yeah,
like,
100%, dude. We ended up hooking up, but dude, I was like, yo, you guys have any mac and cheese? And they all just fucking left.
And you had no idea her name was Mac and Cheese until you asked for
No,
the mac
that
and
was
cheese?
the reason I said it. Because like her
Oh,
roommates
so-
were like talking behind her back, and they were like, yeah, she like plays with herself in front of us, and like we don't know what to do.
Oh my god.
They were like, it
that's
sounds
a
like
little
mac
much.
and cheese.
I mean, if she were a quiet masturbator, that'd be one thing, but like mac and cheese.
Yeah,
'Cause
dude,
how
but
fucked
just,
up it is
like-
if your roommate is masturbating and you're like, damn, I'm
Yeah,
hungry.
we were like, wait, so she just masturbates like in front of you? And they were like, yeah, like just, you know,
Just
right after
open-
class.
Wow.
Like you can't do that around the boys.
No,
You know?
no, that's no.
Just start fucking cranking one out like at 2:30 in the afternoon.
You'd be like, dude, like just put.
Yeah, dude, just
do it on the
fucking-
top bunk at least.
Yeah. Crunch a bag of Doritos or something, dude. Like,
So
the
what
fuck?
was it like in terms of like? This is the word I'm used to, like discipline wise. Like did you have like co-ed bathrooms and shit, and like?
No.
Oh, so
Same
you
sex.
guys, so it was pretty tight. Okay.
Yeah, dude. I used to fucking jerk off in the showers.
Ew.
No, I'm
You one of those dudes? No, I'm kidding. It's like paper mache, bro.
we
like
had-
I tried
we
it a
had,
couple times, and like once the water hits, it's like paper mache, and you're like, now you get to stay in the shower
Yeah.
for like an extra 20 minutes just to get that shit
Let's
off.
put it this way. If I could go back in time, I would have commuted.
Okay. Oh
Like,
wow.
it-
Okay.
It wasn't fucking fun.
Okay.
It was a
it's more-
waste.
yeah,
It wasn't
taking a
worth
bus
the
to
money.
class that's rough.
Yeah,
man.
I'm not taking a fucking bus to class.
Like my sister had to take us. She went to UMass Amherst, and like the undergrad, I think when she was there was like 30,000
Really?
undergrad. Like
Yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah, no, dude, because I had gone to URI and I was like, this is the fucking shit,
Oh,
dude.
you went to URI, bro?
I was like, dude, there's hot chicks everywhere.
You are high.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But dude, yeah, man, it wasn't for me, dude.
I went to URI, man. So it was my sophomore year. And my buddy on my floor, his cousin went to URI, and they were in a frat. They were like seniors. We were sophomores. And he's like, road trip, bro. We're going to URI. And it was like, you know, jerk each other off, FLU, whatever
Mm-hmm.
whatever frat it was, whatever.
Oh, that was the name.
No, I think that's what that's what it translated into by the end of the weekend. No, I'm just kidding. Just like, bro, I love you, bro. And,
Yeah, there was like a lot of like camaraderie.
super camaraderie, like, yeah. And so we got there, and it was probably like, I don't know, 6 o'clock, not even. And they had this huge table. It probably sat like, I don't know, 18 people, like this huge, probably the biggest table I've ever seen in my life. That was like actually like one piece. Maybe that's an exaggeration, like maybe like 12 people. And everyone sat down, and they had like 2 handles, 175 bottles. Like one was like, I don't know, Jack Daniels, and the other one was like something else, didn't matter. And they just kept passing the thing around until both of them were gone. And I'm like, dude, this is like, I've never experienced anything like this in my life.
Yeah.
And that was just to like start the night off, like first drink of the night just to get me right. You know, it was, I was like, I'm like, dude, we're not gonna make it, bro.
Like you finished a whole bottle.
No, I mean, like it kept going around to like all the 12 people. So like you
Yeah.
take a swig, pass it, and then,
Like
you
at
know,
the end of it, like it was done.
it was, yeah. So like when you think about it, it wasn't really like that much, but I'm like, this is just what they're doing to like kick off the night. Like, you know, I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, what's gonna happen? And but yeah, so that's my URI story, dude. And I was just like, dude, I was like afraid.
How did the night end?
It was okay actually, because we his buddy put us up, like we had like our own spot to like stay in.
Yeah.
So it's not like we were like crashed on the floor or anything like that. So we were kind of like pampered a little bit. So it was a nice.
You went there
experience.
all 4 years though?
No. We just went. This was just one night
that
to
was
go
just one
visit
night.
my buddy's cousin who stayed there. I mean, who lived there, and it was his senior year. We were sophomores
Yeah.
in college, so they had like a little bit, you know, a couple of years on us.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I was like, wow. I'm like, I've never partied like that before, you know.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes it gets out of hand,
It
man.
was like,
If I look back at like some of the shit I did, I'm like, dude, you were fucking. An
oh yeah,
idiot.
everybody does, man. Oh Christ, there'd be times I'd wake up the next day and I'd be like, bro, how did we get home last night? They'd be like, Dorsey, you drove everyone. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. And then all of a sudden, like your brain releases that highlight reel, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right, yeah. Okay, I totally remember now. And they're like, dude, that's fucked up. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, that is fucked up.
It is
so
fucked up, yeah.
everybody, like, I mean, you can laugh at it now, but when you think about it, it's really not that fucking funny. But you know,
Yeah.
boys will be boys. You know what I mean?
Everyone does it, man. Got away with it, dude. You know.
I know. I just, I get a knock on some wood. Yeah, there we go.
There you go, dude. You good
Yeah.
now.
Get it.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's yeah, most of the jokes I tell are pretty true, man.
Yeah, and that's
I
what
feel-
I could tell that. I think, I've told you that before. So
Yeah.
it's just like, it feels like you're not really reaching for it. It's coming through.
Yeah, man. It just I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. Every time I have a comic on, I just feel like, I've had so many different comics on with like so many different like mindsets,
Yep.
and they're like, dude, my jokes don't fucking actually happen, and I'm like, what? They're like,
Really?
yeah,
Like
man.
100% embellished? Like, there's got to be some truth to them. Like, I feel like
Yeah, like
we all embellish a little bit,
yeah, man. Like, dude, it's so simple to me. Like, it's like you can like kind of tell like when someone's on stage and they're like telling a joke, you're like, that fucking happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like it's
Because of the sincerity of it, or because he's behind it, like he's behind the joke, or just because he's believable, or he or
Yeah.
she, or whatever.
And even if you're lying, that's pretty fucking impressive that you can tell a story like that. But like when people are like, yeah, man, I went to this party, dude, and somebody took out an RPG, bro, and fucking blew up my friend's car, dude. And then we had an orgy, and you're like, dude, wow, man, that really happened. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
That's,
But
that's
like,
a little much.
then there's like stories where it's like starts off serious, and then it ramps up a little bit, and you're like, all right, dude, I can believe this. And then there's a punchline, and you're like, all right, dude, I got
Kind of
this.
like the Lifetime story, bro. How
Yeah,
come you
yeah.
how come you don't tell that one on stage?
I don't know, dude. I don't think anyone would laugh at
You
that.
just want to hold it. You just want to hold it in your
I just
heart.
want to
You just want to keep
yeah,
it there.
It's,
All
it's
right.
like too deep.
I feel you, man.
You know what I mean?
feel you. It's deep.
I
It's
just
way
want to
deep.
like, dude. If like it was ashes, I would just want to like let it off into the
If
ocean.
it was a
dude.
dove in your hand, you just want to let it fly
Yeah.
away. Just be
Just
free.
fucking be free, dude. Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah, man. But dude, I think you're the shit, dude.
Thanks,
And,
man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you for coming on, dude.
Oh, don't worry about it, man.
Honestly, like I
It
said,
was-
man, I'm just like shell shocked that you actually came through, dude.
Oh man, I think I never leave you hanging like that, man. Especially like I knew.
You never know, dude.
No, I feel bad because we've been at this for like a while, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do it. And then finally, the last time we worked, I think it was like 2 times ago, and I'm like, dude, I'm definitely doing this. I promise,
Yeah.
So yeah, I would never do that to you, man. No, that's fucked up.
No, dude. But I appreciate you coming, man.
The problem. Thanks
I
for
had a
having
good
me, man. It
time,
was
dude.
fun.
And
Talked about a lot of shit.
yeah, do you have anything to say to the fans, dude?
The fans.
Do you got any shows coming up, dude? That
Yeah,
they can
so
go
I
to?
get this Thursday night. I'm in Milliard Brewery in New Hampshire. Nashua, New Hampshire. Saturday, Chuck's Steakhouse in Auburn. And
Fucking steakhouse
the
guy.
Steakhouse. It's fun. I've been doing a show there for years, but
Yeah.
I think it's kind of rough, like with the numbers we have so far. But like a lot of people like literally like Thursday, the numbers will jump a ton.
Yeah.
But I just think that with the current,
Dude, after this, bro, it's gonna sell out, dude.
yeah, I hope so, man. Yeah, come on down, Chuck's Steakhouse in Auburn. Buy your fucking tickets today, man. But yeah, I just think that just keep plugging, man. Keep going out there, keep doing your shit,
Yeah, dude.
keep fucking plugging away,
It's
man.
for you,
That's
man.
what you gotta do,
It's for
man.
you, dude. No, dude.